what I perceive as stress may be different from what Portia is perceiving as stress, or what Nicholas is perceiving as stress, because our personality stress, available resources, habitual thought patterns, and then past experiences differ from one another. So a situation that feels stressful to one person may feel merely challenging to another, as I've said in my previous submission. So stress is experienced different by each of us. Okay, then people also react to stress in a unique physical ways, such as headache, stomach upset, other physical or emotional symptoms. So some, because these stress symptoms differ, there are common effects of stress that range from mild to life threatening. Sometimes stress can cause you to do things that you yourself you don't even want to do, or you'll be surprised that you could do. Now, stress can weaken the immune system, affecting many areas of health. Stress can also significantly influence your mood and emotional well-being. So some physical symptoms have been linked to stress, and these should be seriously taken and are not all in your head. Yeah. So once you feel stressed, make sure you find a remedy to it, and don't think it's all in your head, because stress is a serious thing. Managing stress and consulting a medical professional is also important to protect your overall well-being or health. So these are some of the causes of stress. Now, let's look at why stress is helpful. Is stress really helpful? So according to research, stress was a friend, acts as a protective mechanism that warned you of danger, a natural reaction telling us when to run. So according to some research, that is what they are saying. This response is now referred to as fight or flight response, or the stress response. It is believed that stress has remained part of evolutionary drive because of the usefulness it has us in surviving. So sometimes stress is helpful in the sense that, you see, when you're working and you're very, very tired and you're having a headache, it gives you a signal that, okay, at this point I'm stressed and I need to get some rest, so that I won't it won't have any impact on my immune system or my entire body. So that is one advantage of stress. And then physical health issues such as cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, anxiety, and depression. So these are the reasons why we say stress is harmful to us or to our body. Now, let's look at the difference between stress and then burnout. So what are the differences between stress and burnout? So stress is inevitable, as we said in our first slide. While stress is our response, burnout is the accumulation of excessive stresses over time, which result in unmanageable stress level. So note this difference between these two components. So stress is our response, but burnout is the accumulation of excessive stresses over time, which results in unmanageable stress levels. Okay, so take note of this difference. Now, what are some of what are some facts that we know about stress and burnout? So one fact about stress is that stress has been referred to as a silent killer, as it can silently cause heart diseases like the cardiovascular diseases that we talked about, high blood pressure, chest pain, and irregular heartbeats. So telogen, effluvium, is the result of hair loss caused by stress that can happen up to 3 months after stress events. So those of you who are losing hair excessively too can be as a result of stress. So please try and be getting some rest so that you won't go bald. Now, stress is also believed to account for 30% of infidelity problem in women. Stress can also cause spasm in the fallopian tube and uterus. In men, it can affect the sperm count and cause erectile dysfunction. Also, researchers have also found that stress worsen aching more so than the prevalence of oily based skin. So these are some of the facts about stress and then burnout. So during your free time, try as much as possible and then read more on it. Then we also have stress. Stress can be blamed for weight gain too, and sometimes weight loss as well. So it depends on your body type and your hormonal changes. Yeah. Now, what are some of the tips for stress management? How can you manage stress? So the first tip that you can use in managing stress is you understanding your stress. So you have to understand your stress. So how do you stress? First of all, you need to ask yourself this question: how do I stress? So this can be different from everybody. By understanding what stress looks like for you, you can be better prepared and reach for your stress management toolbox when needed. Okay, so in order to um, manage your stress effectively, you first of all need to understand your stress and ask yourself, how do I stress? So in answering this question, you'll be able to um, look for what you can do to better prepare and reach out for your stress management toolbox when you need it urgently. Okay, so let's move on to um the next tip, which is identify your stress sources. So over here too, what you need to do is ask this question: what causes you to be stressed? Be it work, family, change, or any of the other potential triggers. So in order to identify your stress sources, you need to ask yourself, what causes me to be stressed? So if you're able to answer this question, you'll be able to find solution to this problem. Now, third tip is to learn to recognize stress signals. You have to learn to recognize stress signals. So we all process stress differently. As I said, someone might say, oh, I'm feeling this and I'm stressed, and the other person too might be feeling the same thing, but he will be like, oh, it's normal to me. Um so it is important to be aware of your individual stress symptoms. So you have to know what actually stress you, so that once the signals are coming, you can quickly reach out to what you normally do to reduce that stress or solve that stress. So so some of these, so what are your internal alarm bells? Yes, as I was saying, what are some of the things that, like, when you are about to stress happens to you? So some could be low tolerance, some are headache, some stomach pain, some combination from the above symptoms of stress. So I'll ask each and every one of you how what are some of the things that stress you out and how you tend to manage it. So let's start with Nicholas.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Nicholas. Yes. What are some of
Yeah,
the uh, stress that you go through, and how do you manage it?
yes. Uh, like yesterday night, let me say it. I'm even stressed out today because I couldn't sleep for the whole night
Okay.
as a thief was caught, and as a leader of a community, they call me. There's no police station in my area, so I have to get that person so that they will not kill him. So I have to monitor the thief till called the police will arrive. So the police arrived late, early this morning before I was free to come to class. So uh, for the stress, it's example. I'm already stressed out. So to control it, I have to get a sleep. But because of this class, I cannot sleep too. So thank you.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Let's take a last one. Let's hear from a lady. That's a good one. Francisca. Francisca, are you here? Okay, then let's hear from Charlotte. Charlotte, are you here? So, tell us, what are some of the tips? How do you manage stress, and or what are some of the stress that you go through, and how do you manage it?
In fact, I go through a lot of stress. I've been working throughout the day. And then what prompts is that my head will be aching me. Hello, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Ayo. So, sir, that's how I manage my stress.
Oh, we didn't hear anything. We just heard you said you've been working a lot. You've been working throughout the day. That's all. That's what we heard.
Yes, that's after workplace. When I get home, I have to prepare for the family, cook for the family, and then other things. So by the time I finish, I could see that I'm very exhausted. So for me to know that I'm very stressful, I normally experience headache. So that prompts me that today I've stressed myself a lot. So that's how I manage my stress. So when I realize that, then I have to pause whatever I'm doing and then sleep a bit or rest.
Oh, okay. That's good. All right, sure. So let's look at our fourth tips for managing stress. The fourth one is you need to recognize your stress. You need to recognize your stress strategies. So over here too, you need to ask yourself, what is my tactics for calming down anytime I'm stressed? So this can be behaviors learned over the years, or sometimes it's even it's not even sometimes it's not even a healthier option, because it's stress is not something that you can just it's not something you can use a behavioral change to solve. Huh. Then the third one is you need to implement healthy stress management strategies. You also have to make self-care a priority, so you need to take very good care of yourself, like Nicola said. So the only way he feel he can overcome this stress is to get enough rest so that his body can gain the energy that he has lost. Then we have you you ask for support when needed. So in case you are stressed or overwhelmed, don't feel shy, or uh, don't feel shy to ask for help. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, reach out to friends or your family members you are comfortable talking to. Sometimes speaking with health professionals is also an effective way to reduce stress. Okay, now let's look at some stress management in the workplace. So we are in session two. We'll be looking at some of the ways by which we can manage our stress levels in the workplace. And I believe each and every one of you here are workers. And then, according to the World Health Organization definition, occupational or workplace related uh, psychosocial stress is the response people may have when presented with work demands and pressure that are not matched to their knowledge and abilities, and which challenge their ability to cope. So this is according to the World Health Organization's definition when it comes to stress. Now, what are some of the causes of workplace stress? Um, Now, just offered, anyone can unmute the mic and give me some of the causes that you think um, that can cause stress at the workplace. Offered, just mention them for me, then and let's go. Anyone can unmute them. What are some of the causes of
Okay.
stress?
Long hours,
Yes, that's good. That's good. Another one.
heavy heavy workload,
Okay.
changes within the organization.
Okay.
And if a duty, you have to perform a duty at tight deadline.
Okay.
Then if somebody's duty and the person fail, you have to replace the person to perform that duty. It also
Okay.
causes stress, changes of duty. Then job insecurity.
Okay.
Because then we have lack of autonomy,
Okay.
boring work,
Okay.
insufficient skill for the job,
Okay.
over supervision,
Okay.
inadequate working environment,
Okay.
lack of proper resources,
Okay.
lack of equipment,
Okay.
few promotional opportunities,
Okay.
harassment,
Okay.
discrimination,
Okay.
poor relationship with colleagues or bosses,
Okay.
crisis incident, crisis incident, such
Okay.
as armed hold up or workplace death.
Okay.
So these are some of the stress or some of causes of workplace stress.
Thank you. Thank you. Well done. Well done. All right.
Okay.
So now let's look at some of the symptoms of workplace stress. So symptoms of workplace stress can manifest physically, and when we talk about the physical aspect, that's it includes fatigue, muscular tension, headaches, heart palpitations, sleeping difficulties. So basically, these are some of the physical symptoms that we say are associated with the workplace, and we also have gastrointestinal abscess. So that this has to do with like constipations or diarrhea. So sometimes you might think, oh, it's as a result of something that I've ate that is causing me to get constipated or having this diarrhea, but it's not the case. It might be as a result of workplace stress or other stress. Yes. Then we also have, hold on. Uh-huh. Then we also have uh we also have what um dermatological disorders. What do you think? Please, who knows what the dermatological disorders are? The ladies, you have to know this. Ladies, Charlotte, can you try?
Okay, the skin disorder.
Skin.
Maybe yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. That's good. That's
If
good.
you have visual chicken for cancer
Yes.
surgery. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for example, like one of my colleagues got chicken for the other time. So his skin was like itching and it was very painful. So they had to allow him to stay at home because it can be spread to other people.
Wow. That's good. That's good. That's good. I know Nicholas won't have any idea, so I decided to ask Charlotte.
Because the women perform a lot of duties after a hard day work. Uh,
Mm,
house chores is also we are waiting for them. So they experience such a lot.
mm, it's true, it's true, it's true, it's true.
Yeah.
Now let's yes.
And we can also develop stress acne, especially in ladies, for our hormones. when a lady is stressed out, you can see that the big acne on her face, but it's only there are certain parts of her face. Those are the stress acne. It's not every part of the face that stress acne appears. So when you Google and you see certain acne at certain parts of your face, you should know that it's caused by stress.
Oh, okay. So, what are some of the part of the faces that we can see that I'll be looking at anytime I step out of my room or when I go to the office? I'll be looking at the ladies their face and see where the so that I'll be able to tell.
Yeah, personally,
Mm-hmm.
I developed acne on my upper lip, the left
Okay.
side of the upper lip. I know that I'm stressed out. So my period is during closer.
Mm,
Whenever you can ask my colleagues at work, whenever you barely see pimples on my face, so whenever you see acne on that particular part of my lip, then you should know that it's either I'm stressed or maybe I'm on my period.
oh, okay. Okay. Wow. Today I like the way everyone is contributing to the class. It's Nicholas. Yes.
Um,
Yes.
you can also see through their eyeballs.
Hey,
Some of them, yes, their eyeball changes.
Francisca, is it true?
Yes,
Eva
sir.
is laughing. Hey, it's true. Hey, I can't believe Francisca is backing Nicholas on this. Okay, oh, since we have someone backing you, no problem. Okay, okay. So let's move on to
So
um.
it's not their face. The moment you look straight into their eyeball, you can see their eyeball is not looking normal. It's like
Okay,
the person he just wake up from his or her bed,
mm,
especially the women. Yes,
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
as
yeah,
if
yeah. Yeah, you know, sometimes if you don't get enough sleep and then you wake up from the bed, it shows on your face, right? By sometimes if you get enough sleep, and that one's when you wake up, it should show that oh you've been sleeping the whole day. Yeah, that one is true. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. Thank you. Then we have psychological symptoms, and this psychological is about it's about your mindset. So this is not something that you like you see outside. So it's not, an example is depression. When you are depressed, it's not something that like someone can say until like you tell the person someone that oh I'm depressed, or you tell your therapist I'm depressed. Yeah, and we have anxiety. When you're anxious to no one can know, but you feel it within, or your mind will tell you that oh you are anxious. Then we have discouragement, we have irritability, we have pessimism. What is that? Is who knows the meaning of this word? Then we also have feelings of being overwhelmed and then unable to cope. Then we have cognitive difficulty. So any of you should can search for the meaning of this word so that we all know what it is. Okay, as we continue. So one person can search for the meaning of this word, pessimism. Yeah, as we continue. So we also have behavioral symptoms, which are so with the behavioral symptoms, you see an increase in sick days or absenteeism. So when someone is really stressed at the workplace, sometimes you just be requesting for sick leave, sick leave, sick leave. All these are signs of stress. Then there's also an aggression. So some when you go to some offices, just little thing you see that oh the person is annoyed. Some some schools, I won't use this as an example. When you go to the coordinators, oh small thing, they'll get angry. Sometimes when you go to the administrators to lodge a complaint or something, you just tell them, oh, I want to do it. You see them getting angry. All these are as a sign, as signs of stress. And I don't think UCC, our coordinators and administrators are not like that. They are very, very accommodating, helpful, resourceful, and all that. Or sometimes you encounter situations like that whereby you go to your coordinators and administrators, and then they will try to act hostile towards you. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, please.
Yes.
So
Yes.
they are cool with us. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. All right. So we have diminished creativity and initiative. Then we also have reduction in work performance. So sometimes high absenteeism leads to low performance and then low productivity. Then we also have problems with interpersonal relationships. So you as someone who always gets angry easily, who doesn't come to work, you realize that nobody will like your interpersonal relationship between your colleagues, your boss, and others will not be as tight as others who are friendly, more approachable, and all that. Then also, another behavioral symptom is mood swings and then irritability. We also have lower tolerance of frustration and impatience. So, small thing now, you are upset. We also have disinterest. So, everything that um, your colleagues are doing at the workplace, you will not be interested. You will isolate yourself from them and then be doing your own thing. All these are signs of stress. Then we also have isolation. So yes, that I'm saying that like everything that they are doing, you won't involve yourself. You just be in your own. You just be in your own space and then be doing your own thing. Then what are the main work related stresses? Yes, so all all the following issues have been identified as the potential stresses at the workplace. So these are the main stresses at the workplace. So you have to take note of these things as well. Okay. So the first stressor at the workplace is organizational culture. So an organizational culture has to do with the rules and the regulations that governs the organization. So being it maybe dress code, um, break time, the time that you have to start work, your closing time, and all this form part of the organizational culture. Yes. Then we also have bad management practices. It's also work related stresses. We also have job content and demand. We also have physical work environment factors. And if you say physical work environment factor, this has to do with the factors within the work environment that can be feel and touch. A typical example is the computers that you use at the workplace, the tables, the furniture, the lighting, the air factor, the ventilation, the window, the painting, all this form part of the physical work environment. Sometimes the painting of a room can stress you out or have effect on you. Do you know that? As Okay, let's continue. Then relationship at work, change management, lack of support, role conflicts, and then trauma. So all these are the main work-related stresses. So take note. Now, how do we prevent workplace stress?
Hello,
Oh,
sir.
yeah.
Please, you mentioned role conflict. Can you please throw more light on it?
What conflict?
Role conflict.
Role conflict. Okay, okay,
Yes.
okay. All right. So the role conflict has to do with let's say role. So you see, sometimes it is believed that uh, what some people say, what men can do, women can do best. So sometimes when a lady is doing a lesser work and a guy is doing more work, the guy will feel that why are we taking the same pay, but this lady works lesser than me. In that case, it becomes a role conflict because we are all being paid 5,000 and I work from 9 a.m. to maybe 7 p.m. or 10 p.m. But this lady, because she says she has a family, or she's a lady, the manager allows her to close at 3 p.m. Don't you think there's going to be a conflict? Hello? Who asked the question?
Please, I'm the one.
Yes. So please do get it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes. So when we talk of role conflict, it has to do with maybe gender bias or something. Yeah. Mm, all right. And this can also lead to stress because the person who is doing the longer hours feels he or she is being overloaded, while the work can be divided among all employees equally for them to finish on time and then go home. Okay. So now let's look at what companies can do to prevent work stress. So companies can promote leave, rest, and breaks to promote or to prevent work stress. Okay. Then companies also can encourage exercise and mediation both within and outside work hours. Companies can also ensure that workload is in line with workers' ability and resources, like I've already said. Then companies can also provide stimulation and opportunities for workers to use skills. So over here, companies can provide maybe regular training and development campaigns or sessions or workshops for the employees to be abreast with new technology, because it is believed that we are in the technological era. Those manual and then paperwork periods are over. Something that you can use manual to do within weeks, you can use a computer to do within seconds or some few minutes, then you are done. And by creating opportunities for social interactions. So companies can boost workplace morale by creating opportunities for social interactions. Yeah, so sometimes you can just allow your employees to uh, give them the opportunity to go explore, take them out on trips, take them to events for them to just socialize and then cool off. Not that every time they will be at the workplace working throughout. No. Then companies also has to clearly set out workers' rules and responsibilities. So wherever we find rules and responsibilities, it makes everybody work according to the rules and regulations that they have to, or they are guided by the principles that guides their administrative or wherever they find themselves. Then we also have companies needs to encourage participation in decision making that affect individual roles. We also have open communication. So shouldn't communication within the company shouldn't be just one way, it should be open. So your subordinates can come to you anytime to lodge a complaint when something is bothering them. Then we also have company needs to establish no tolerance policy for workplace discrimination. So being black, white, disabled, should be allowed. Nobody should be discriminated because of their skin, their religion, their ethnicity. Then we also have companies need to engage in external consultants to suggest a fresh approach to any existing issues. Companies also have to create family-friendly policies to encourage work-life balance. Then companies also have to provide training for workplace stress management. So these are ways by which companies can uh, prevent workplace stress. So take notes. Now, let's look at how to eliminate stress at the workplace. So, in order to eliminate stress at work, where you need to combine tasks. And what this means is that when individuals are able to work on a whole project and perform a variety of related tasks, example, programming all components of a computer software package rather than being restricted to working on a single repetitive task, a large task, they are more satisfied and committed. So what this means is that when you have a company where your employees, some work more than others, but they all perform the same tasks, it's best you um, put all hands on deck so that they can finish within time for everybody to be free and then go home on time. Then we also have form identifiable work units. So what this also means is that you need to build on the first step. When teams of individual performance related tasks are formed, individuals feel more integrated, productivity improve, and strain associated with repetitive work in is what is diminished. Like I said the first time. So when you find your employees doing the same thing, just make sure you put all of them together and then encourage collaborative work so that they can finish on time. Then you also have to establish customer relations. So one of the most enjoyable parts of a job is seeing the consequences of one's labor. So in most organizations, producers are referred from consumers to intermediaries such as customer relations departments and also sales person. So what this means is that in order to have a work seamlessly without being stressed out, you have to be nice to your customers, because sometimes when someone comes to you and you're not smiling, you don't have to them well and then have good relations with them will go a long way to eliminate stress at your workplace. Then we also have open feedback channels. So a major source of stress is not knowing what is expected and how to perform or how task performance is being evaluated. So what this also means is that um, within the organization, you need to create an avenue where you can get feedback from your subordinates and also give relay feedback to them. So it's open. It shouldn't be directional or one way. So they should be able to come to you, and you should also be able to go to them. So it's directional. Now let's look at section 3. How do we manage individual stress? How do you manage your individual stress? So, what can the individual do to manage stress? One, you need to set realistic deadlines. So don't say, oh, I want to be the best worker, so I'll kill myself, come to work 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. and close at 12 or 11 p.m. No, that's not a realistic deadline. Set deadlines that you can meet. Take a lunch break. Don't overwork yourself. Go home on time. Take your holiday leave. Leave work at work. Participate in. Hello, can you hear me? So, class, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
please.
please. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What was the last thing I said before I went off?
Leave work at work.
Okay, leave work at work
How
because
does individual manage stress? Then start with set realistic deadline. Take a lunch break.
okay.
Go home on time.
You are you are you in the same classroom? You guys are in the same classroom watching, so I'm getting a lot of feedbacks. Yes. Okay, I think it's okay now. So leave work at work, participate in work functions, establish open and professional communications, respect other employees, do not tolerate discrimination of any sort, report any instances where there is discrimination, sign up for workplace training programs to develop and improve your skills. You require seek therapy to manage and develop skills to cope with workplace stresses, develop a healthy work balance, and create time for exercise. So please, is there any point here that is not clear, or can we move on, or we can move on? Okay, all right. Then reaction to stress. So uh, so how do you react to stress? So sometimes some people have something we call we have the alarm stage, and then we have the guys, hold on, someone is calling me. uh so we have the alarm stage, and then we have the resistance stage.
Hello, sir.
Resistance stage, we have five types, which is the aggression, regression, repression, withdrawal, withdrawal, and then fixation. Okay, hold on. Uh, so now let's look at what each of these means. So the alarm stage, what does it mean? The alarm stage is characterized by acute increase in anxiety or fear in the stressor. If the stressor is a threat, or by increases in sorrow or depression. If the stressor is less, so that's what the alarm stage means. Then the resistance stage two is a situation in which defense mechanisms predominant are predominant, and the body begins to store up excess energy. So that's the resistance stage two. Now, five the five types of defense mechanisms are typical of most people who experience extended level of stress. So we have again we have the aggression stage, and the aggression stage is the first stage, which involves attacking the stressor directly. It may include attacking oneself, other people, or even objects. So a typical example of the aggressive stage is you see sometimes last I was watching a tennis ball, and then the lady lost, so she became very, very aggressive, and she went to hide behind some wall, and then she was using her bat. I don't know if it's a bat or a net that they used to be playing the ball, but she was hitting the bat on the floor repeatedly, and that's some serious form of aggression. And also, those of you who watch football, sometimes you realize when a player misses a ball, you see the player just fall on the ground and then be hitting his hand repeatedly on the pitch. Yes, so this that's another example of aggression. Who can also think of an example and give me what are some of the um aggressions or stress aggressions that you know? Examples. Okay, nobody. Okay, so let's move on to regression. the regression is a is second in okay, sorry. A second is regression, which is the adoption of a behavior pattern or response that was successful at some earlier. Oh, what is this one is not clear at all. Okay, so the second type of defensive mechanism is what is a regression, which is the adoption of a behavior pattern or response that was successfully at some earlier. I don't know what they are trying to say. Now let's look at the third one, which is repression. Repression involves denial of the stressor, forgetting, or redefining the stressor. So what the repression is, it has to do with like you knowing something is scary, but you are trying to say like it's not really scary. A typical example, let's say you go to you climb a high mountain and then you see people jumping from the top of the mountain to the waterfall or inside the water. Deep down, you know that this is very risky, but you keep telling yourself, so far as people are doing it, it's not that risky, it's not that risky. Meanwhile, it is very risky. I hope that is clear. Withdrawal. So the withdrawal is a fourth mechanism, and it may take both psychological and then physical forms. So individuals may engage in fantasy, i- uh, inattentions, or purposive forgetting, or they may actually escape from the situation itself. So that is what withdrawal as a defensive mechanism is also about. So sometimes, you see, you when you are really stressed, you feel like doing something, but then you just comfort yourself. Oh, relax. Go back. Yes, that's what we mean by the withdrawal. Then we have the physician, which is the fifth and the last, which has to do with persisting or persistence in response, regardless of its effectiveness. Example: repeatedly and rapidly redialing a telephone number when it is busy. So that's what a physician. Um, let's say a typical example is you are trying to send money to someone and then you mix the last number and you mistakenly send the money to a different person. So you upon realizing that you are calling the person who you mistakenly send the money to resend it to you. But when you dial, they'll be like, the number you are calling is the person is on phone with another person. In that case, because you don't want your money to go or lose, you calling the number repeatedly. Like you just be dialing so that you can tell the person that this is the situation here. So that's what a fixation is. You are fixated on something. Yes. Because I hope we get the mechanisms clearly. Apart from
Yes,
the
please.
repetition. Yeah, okay. So now let's look at some of the ways we can cope with stress, moods, and emotions. So coping with stress, that's what we'll be looking at in session 4. So everyone, so if you say everyone, it means like we are referring to adults, teens, or children experiencing stress at a time. So stress can be beneficial sometimes, and it can be beneficial in a sense that it can help people develop the skills they need to deal with possible threatening situations throughout life. Stress is not helpful when it prevents a person from taking care of themselves or their family. You can put problems into proper perspectives by finding healthy ways to cope. That's another um, importance of stress. So it can help you put your problems into proper perspectives. So getting the right care and support can help you reduce stressful feelings and symptoms. That's another importance or benefit. After a traumatic event that is very frightening, people may have strong and then lingering reactions. These events may include personal environment disasters or threats with an assault. Okay, sure. Now, let's look at some common reaction to stressful situations. And so one common reaction is disbelief, shock, or numbness. Okay, so sometimes too, when there's some natural occurrences like earthquake, accidents, and all those things, you be in disbelief, shock, and then numbness. You become numb. Some Another reaction to stressful situation is you be feeling sad, frustrated, and then helpless. You also fear there will be some form of fear that will grasp you, and then anxiety about the future as well. There will be You'll be feeling sometimes some stressful situations will make you feel very, very guilty. Some to anger, you feel anger, tension, and irritability. Others to you feel difficult concentrating and making decision. Some stressful situations will even make you cry. Example, you going to the airport to board your flight to maybe US, Canada, and then they tell you the passport you are holding is it's not valid or it's fake. It has been this. That's a situation that can make one cry. Then we also have reduced interest in usual activities. We also have one of the ways is that sometimes when you feel very, very stressful, you feel like you just want to be left alone. You don't want anybody to worry you and all that. Sometimes you can even go a whole day without eating, and that's what we call loss of appetite. Then, when you are stressed, you can react to it by sleeping too much or too little, nightmares, then bad memories. That's some symptoms that are also associated with stressful situations. We also have reoccurring thoughts of events. So sometimes when you're very, very stressed and at your workplace and you go home, see an event that happened within the workplace will just be ringing or playing in your mind over and over and over and over again. Then we also have headaches, back pain, and stomach problems. Like I said, these are sometimes as a result of your stress, not any infections or maybe as a result of mosquito bites or anything but stress. So sometimes when we feel these things, let's take a rest and then we will be fine. There's also increase in the diseases such as difficulty in breathing and then cardiovascular diseases. That's increase in heart rates. Then some people, when they are really, really stressed, especially in the developed countries, you see them smoking or use alcohol or drugs. But then within with the alcohol and drugs, it's seen in our Ghanaian context where in some ghettos in Accra, Tamale, and then um, which region too? Yeah, Tamale and Accra. That's where the IGP Special Operation Team is currently conducting their special operations. Yeah, guys, hold on. Yes, so because I hope we all understand the common reaction to stressful situations, right? Can I continue? Can I continue? Class, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
We can hear you, sir.
Yes, we
Okay,
can.
then so we have some different management techniques and strategies here. The first one here is the inactive strategies. Then we also have the proactive. Class. Okay, so we have the proactive strategies. Then we also have the reactive strategies. So now let's take them one by one and see what exactly they mean. Okay, so the inactive strategy is a type of strategy that creates or enact a new environment for the individual that do not contain the stresses. The what about the proactive? The proactive is the second one, and it's the most effective approach for individuals to enhance their overall capacity to handle stress by increasing their personal resilience. These are called proactive strategies and are designed to initiate actions that insist resist the negative effects of stress. Then we also have the reactive strategies, and this is the final strategies that has to do with the development of short-term techniques for coping with stresses when necessary. Okay, now let's look at techniques to overcome stress. What are some of the techniques that you can do or acquire to overcome stress? The first technique is action oriented approach, and then we also have the emotion oriented approaches. Now, what do we mean by the action oriented approaches? So these are approaches used to take action to change a stressful situation, but the emotional oriented approach is used to change the way we perceive a stressful situation. So this one has to the emotional oriented approach has to do with the mindset or with our emotion, but the action oriented approach has to do with uh, like the physical actions that you take. So you take the action to change the stressful situation. A typical example is, let's say every day you go to the workplace and then you are working. You don't close early. You don't eat on time. You don't get time for yourself. So you can take an action by going to your manager, explaining the situation to him for him to give you a flexible work schedule, and then resting period. So that's what we mean by the action. And then the emotional oriented ones are like how you perceive. So like you're feeling something within your body, you're like, what can I do? In your mind, what can I do? What can I do? Then it tells you, oh, your body needs rest, you need to sleep. Then you just sleep. After waking up, you realize, oh, I'm okay. Yeah, so that's another technique that you can use, and that one is regarded as the emotion oriented approach. Then we also have the acceptance oriented approach, which also is used for dealing with stressful situations you can't control. So these ones are for situations that are beyond your control. Okay. Now let's look at some of the key sources of stress. We have time stresses, encounter stresses, and then we also have situational stresses. Then we have anticipatory stresses. Then for the time stresses, they generally result from having too much to do in a little time. Like I always say, you don't have to be you don't have to set unrealistic goals. Set realistic goals for yourself. Whatever you can do within a day, and make sure that, oh, at the end of the day, what I've done, I'm okay. You don't have to kill yourself for anybody or any organization, because at the end of the day, when you are no more, you'll find your replacement that very day. So just work within the time that you can work, and set realistic goals. Now, now let's look at the second key source, which is the encounter stresses. This also has to do with those that result from interpersonal interaction. So most people have experienced uh, the debilitating effect of quarrel with a friend, a roommate, or a spouse. So you trying to work with an employee or a supervisor with whom you have an interpersonal conflict with, will definitely have some impact on the job performance, like the trust and the cohesion between you and the manager, because of the of the interpersonal conflict that you've had with him. So that's what we mean by the encounter stressor. So you've encountered him, yes, on a conflict level. So there's going to be some form of trust or distrust or cohesion. Then we also have the situational stressor. The situational stressor arises from the environment in which a person lives or from an individual circumstance. So that's for the situational stressor. Then the final one, which is the anticipatory stressor. The anticipatory stressor also has to do with or includes potential disagreeable events that threatens to occur, unpleasant things that have not yet happened but might happen. So, and this is the stress that results from anticipation or fear of an event. So, this so a typical example of this is the Ebonoa situation where a lot of people believe that there's going to be flood on the 20 what. Can someone help me with the date that the guy said is going to be flood?
25th.
So
25th December.
yes, yeah, so he created a lot of fear and panic within that period. So that's what even led to his arrest. So that's a typical example of anticipatory stressor. So a lot of people were anticipating that there's going to be flood on that day. And some people, man, I learned a man even had to travel from Nigeria. One other person also traveled for Liberia to Takrady, where he claimed his ark was. Yes. Now let's look at what we mean by moods and emotions. So moods are states of feeling that are often mild in intensity, last for an extended period of time, and are not explicitly directed at or caused by anything. While emotions are states of feelings that are often intense, last for only a few minutes, and are clearly directed at or caused by someone or some circumstance. Now let's look at two types of emotions. We have the positive emotion and the negative emotion. So what do we mean? What are some of the things that are associated with positive emotion? Positive emotions include joy, pride, relief, hope, love, and compassion. Then what are some of the things that are associated with negative emotions? So when you experience anger, anxiety, fear, guilt, shame, sadness, envy, and disgust, these are all these are associated with negative emotion. Another example is when you feel angry towards your boss. That one is a negative emotion. Yes, and it is believed that according to research, it is believed that emotions are always about something. So emotional labor is the need to manage. So this one is not important. So let's continue. Now, now, so with each of these six basic emotions, I will mention each and every one of them, and the class will decide as to whether each of these six basic type of motions are either negative or positive. So, Nicholas, anger, is it a negative or positive emotion? Okay, let's move on to Aisha here. Aisha Mohammed, are you here? Is anger a positive or a
Hello.
negative?
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Hello, sir.
yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Anger is a negative emotions.
That's good. Okay, so Aisha Mohammed, is fear a negative or positive emotion? Aisha Mohammed, can you hear me? Okay, let's go to Brenda Alode. Alode. Brenda, is fear a negative or a positive emotion? Okay, let's go to Charlotte. Charlotte, is fear a positive or a negative emotion?
So this is a negative emotion.
Okay, all right. Okay. Um, Eva, is sadness a negative or positive emotion? Okay. Francisca, is sadness a positive or a negative emotion?
So it's
Fran-
Negative
negative
emotion.
emotion.
Negative emotion.
Who is
Hello,
this,
sir.
Eva or is it Eva or Francisca? Who is talking now?
Francisca.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Isaac, is happiness a negative or a positive
Positive.
It's very a
emotion?
negative.
Positive emotion.
That's good. Kennedy, okay. Kennedy, discuss negative or positive emotion. Kennedy, Kennedy. Okay, Philip, Amaya, Amaya. Philip, are you here? Philip, can we hear you? Okay. Rashida, is it a positive? Is discuss a positive or a negative emotion?
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Hello. Hello.
we can hear you.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sir, it's negative.
Come again.
Okay. I'm asking if
Mm.
surprise, you being surprised, is a negative or a positive emotion.
So it's positive.
Surprise.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So sometimes.
That's mouth.
Rashida, mute.
Okay. Now, so all other emotions are subsumed under these six. So sometimes um, emotions are placed in spectrums. Okay, so when they ask you to give the spectrum of emotions, know that this is how it's supposed to be. First, we start with happiness, then surprise, fear, sadness, anger, then disgust. So right. So you realize this first two spectrum is um starts with like happiness, surprise, and these two are what? Are they negative or positive?
Positive.
Very good. The two are positive, followed by the negative ones, right? Oh, I'm not getting any reply from the class. Okay, no problem. Yeah, these are the spectrum emotions. So we have happiness, surprise, fear, sadness, anger, and then disgust. So if you are asked, know that this is the spectrum. Now, what are some sources of emotions, moods, applications of emotions, and moods in organizational behavior? We have so the first one is the personality. It has to do with the trait component, like the traits, personality traits. Then we have day and time of the week, and this has to do with the common patterns for all of us. So, according to research, it is believed that most of us are happier in the midpoint of the daily the daily awake period, and also we are happier when the end of the week. Is that true? Are we happier in the midpoint of the daily awake period and also happier towards the end of the week? Is it does that apply to everybody or only some of you? Anybody can unmute the mic and talk.
That is true.
So majority of us.
Majority. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I'm sure most of you will go with happier towards the end of the week because that's the resting and then the chilling period. Then we also have the weather. Then we have stress, and then we have another source of emotion or mood application emotion within an organization is sleep. So it is believed that poor sleep quality increases negative effects. So if you don't get enough rest, know that your whole day is going to be ruined. Then we also have exercise. So exercise some in some way also have effect on your mood, especially when you are depressed. Then age also, with age, old folks experience fewer negative emotions. So according to research, it's believed that those that are aged, they don't uh, really experience any, or they experience just few, not any few negative emotions. So it means mostly their energy or emotions are positive, positive, positive. Then we also have gender. So for the gender, it is believed that women tend to be more emotionally expressive, feels emotion more intensively. They also have long lasting moods and express emotion more frequently than men. Is that true? The ladies here, do you have more emotions than men? Do you express more emotions than men? Women.
That is true.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Then we also have decision making, which is associated with what it means is that they said positive emotions can lead to better decision, which I think it's right because once you have negative emotions, that negative emotions can lead you to make negative decisions, which can affect the day-to-day running of the organization. We also have creativity. So positive mood increases flexible openness and then creativity. Then we also have motivation, and what the motivation also means is that positive mood affects expectation of success. Feedback amplify this effect. Then we have negotiations. Then we have customer services. We have job attitudes. Then we have deviant work behavior. So what this means is that negative emotions leads to employees deviances. So anytime somebody is angry, something is bothering someone at the workplace, you realize the person's behavior becomes some he or she might be violent, which also threatens the organizational success. That is the productivity and performance. Then we also have the final one, which is the manager's influence. So leaders who are in good mood use humor and praise employees, which increase a positive mood in the workplace. Now let's look at some of the theories associated with stress management. Sorry. Yes. Let's look at, so the first theory that we have here is the effective event theory, which is also known as the ET theory. So, and it is believed that an event, and this theory says that event in the workplace triggers positive or negative emotions. This has to do with personality and mood, which determines response intensity. The other one is emotion. Is the theory believe that emotions can influence a broad range of workplace variables. So this is what this theory is about. So what are some of the implications of this affective event theory in relation to the workplace? One, an emotional episode is eventually the result of a series of emotional experiences triggered by a single event. Current and past emotions affect job satisfaction. Emotional fluctuations over time create variation in job performance. Emotion-driven behaviors are likely to be variable. It is another implication is that both negative and positive emotions can distract workers and reduce job performance. So these are the implications of the affective event theory in relation to workplace stress management. Now, another major concept or construct of the uh, stress management component is emotional intelligence, and this has to do with a person's ability to be self-aware, recognizing which means recognizing one's own emotion when experienced. Sorry, it also has to do with detection of emotions in others. It also has to do with managing emotion cues and information, and this has to do with um, um the role emotional intelligence plays in job performance, and also the role it plays in controversial or not, uh, or the reason why it has not been wholly accepted. Okay, so when you ask, when you ask, um, what are some of the emotional cues and information about emotional intelligence, then you can say, oh, one, emotional intelligence plays an important role in job performance. That's one. Then two, emotional intelligence is controversial and not fully accepted. So these are the cues and information associated with managing emotional intelligence. Okay. Now let's look at some of the cases that various researchers made concerning emotional intelligence, or in other words, some of the limitations that other researchers came out with in connection with emotional intelligence. One limitation researchers came out with is that it is intuitive appeal, and also predict criteria that matter. Uh, and others also believe that emotional intelligence is biologically aged. Others, these are the first one, case one is for people who are for like people who are in support of the people who are in support of the emotional intelligence theory. And then there's this second one, people that are against the emotional intelligence theory. Please, are you getting me? No?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah, so those that are against him, come again, I can hear you. Come again, I can't hear you. I can. Hello? Oh, someone has said something I can't hear. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, so those that are against the emotional intelligence, they are saying that the emotional intelligence is too vague of a concept, or it's too vague. It can't be measured. But this is not true. Emotional intelligence can be measured, and it has to be self-awareness, self-actualization, and then I think self-competence. Yes, it can be measured using these three components. And then others also say its validity is a suspect. It's suspect. Yeah. Now it's five. What are some of the ways that we can manage our time effectively? So effective time management has proven to be very effective way for reducing stress. Time management entails balancing your most valuable and then unvaluable resources. Then the way we spend our time determines large extent how success or otherwise we are in life. Time is ultimately the most valuable resource we have. It is perishable. So what this means is that when you lose time, you can never ever regain it. So we need to manage our time very, very well. We all have a limited amount of time within the 24 hours, and we are responsible for what we do with our time. Okay. Now we can discuss the 6 P's effective time management. So if you are asked in exams, state the 6 P's and state the 6 P's of effective time management and explain them. Know that this is what they are talking about. We have the principle, we have the practice, we have the planning, we have the prioritization, we have the punctuality, and then we have the procrastination. We have the procrastination. Guys, just a minute. And I learned we will be forming groups next week. Are you aware?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So how do we go about it?
Um,
Do you want me to get the list and then form the groups myself, or you guys will form the group um and then give and send me the list?
okay, we have course reps on the platform, so they will do that.
The course reps will form the group and then send me
Yes.
the list.
Yeah.
Okay, so in a group, I want um 4 people to be in a group. Four
Okay.
is too much.
Boy, it's
What do
okay.
you think? 4 is okay.
Yeah.
All right, and conference before you put someone in a group, make sure everybody is willing to be in that group and then participate, and also be ready to be present on the day of presentation.
Okay.
So let's make it 5 people in the group.
Please wait. Wow, we are only six. So
Why you only six?
No,
So make it
no,
make it three
we
three.
are 9. We are 9.
Yeah, so
okay.
make it three in a group.
So means three
Nine. So
groups.
that means three groups.
Yeah, three groups. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Now
For entry center, we are 4.
you have four.
Yes, entry center.
Okay, so it's just one.
Okay.
Yes. Which other center do we have here?
So we have School of Hygiene.
How many are you?
The marketing student we are 2, but for the other groups, I don't know their number.
So for the marketing student, you are only two. So
Yes, please.
that's what just one group. Yes.
Please, beard management, we are 4.
Okay, so that's one group. Yet management, one group. Yeah.
So we also have Fiasewman Center.
How many are you?
So we are 12.
How many are you?
So please, we are 12.
12.
Yes, please.
Okay. So three in a group so that we'll have four groups.
Okay, sir.
Okay, you make it four in a group so that we will
Uh,
have how many? Three groups.
3. Okay,
Mm,
sir.
yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So by next week, I expect to have the list. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Mm, all right. So how do we eliminate and counter stresses through collaboration and emotional intelligence? So no. This is so eliminating and counter stresses through collaboration and emotional intelligence. So we can, so during your free time, try as much as possible and read more on the 6 P's of effective time management. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then on the collaboration and then social or emotional intelligence as a tool for eliminating encounter stresses. To you read on it when you are doing your private studies. Now, okay. Now let's look at some of the steps involved in eliminating situational stresses through work redesign. So the first step is you need to identify the desired goal or the objectives. Then two, you need to identify and also specifically as possible the activities and behavior that will lead towards accomplishing the goal. So first of all, that you identify the goal, then you work towards accomplishing that goal. Then the third steps involve establishing accountability and reporting. Then the fourth step involves establishing an evaluation and reward system. So that's it. These are the 4 steps involved in eliminating stress through work redesign. Now let's look at rules for instituting small wins. So if you want to have small wins within your organizations or your personal life, first of all, you need to identify something that is under your control. A typical example, if you are a farmer and you know, and as a farmer, you know you can't weed the whole plot of land. So what you need to do is you can, hey, someone is saying next week is break. Is it true? Is next week break?
Yes, please. Revision.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay, so we are not having any lecture next week.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when is our 4th lecture?
After the quiz.
3 weeks from now.
3 weeks from now.
Wait,
Oh, okay.
3 weeks from now.
Oh, okay. Okay, 3 weeks from now will be around 28. Huh?
Yes, please.
Okay. That's fine. Okay, so let's see. All right, sure. Okay, all right. No problem. So let's continue. But I'm sure by that 28th, our this thing will be ready. The slides, I see the slides. The groups will be ready for our presentation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in order to have some small win within your organization, you need to identify something that is under your control. Like I was saying, if it is one food product you can win within a day, use that, identify that, and then work towards it. Don't say, oh, I want to read the entire vast land within a day. It's something which is not under your control. Then two, you need to change it in a way that leads towards your desired goal. Then find another small thing to change and then change it. Keep track of the changes you are making. Maintain the small gains. Maintain the small gains you have made. Yes. So this is the steps that you take to institute small win within your organization. Okay. Now, developing resiliency. So what does it mean when we say what you need to develop resiliency? So it is important to develop resiliency to handle stress that cannot be eliminated. So there are some stress that cannot be eliminated, and the only way you can eliminate them is through resilience. Then we have anticipatory stresses that are eliminated because the fear of unknown is replaced by a focus on immediate successes. Then it's also important to develop resiliency because the most resilient individuals are those who have achieved a certain degree of life balance. Then let's look at another type of resilience, which is psychological resiliency. And it is one of the most crucial aspects of resiliency development, which involves one's physical condition because physical conditions significantly affect the ability to cope with stress. Now, let's look at two aspects of physical condition combined to determine physical resilience. One is cardiovascular conditioning, and then two is dietary control. So these are the two physical conditions combined to determine physical resilience. Okay, now let's look at the dietary control. So this one has to do with you eating a variety of food daily. You have to maintain optimal weight, and you can achieve this by having regular exercising, eating fruits, taking in lots of fluids or water, yourself hydrated to prevent yourself from dehydration. You also need to reduce fat intake. Some of you you buy, you go to food joints, and then you tell the person selling the food that, oh, give me goat meat, add cow meat, add cow head, add goat head, add this, all this are not good for your system. Yes, it's more whole food. So what this means is that you need to take food that has a lot of fiber. So what are some of the foods that you think have high fiber concentration? Who can give me an example of a food that is rich in fiber?
Orange,
Okay, it's very good.
pineapple,
Okay,
but fruit whichever.
what? Which?
Pineapple.
No, someone said something. Okay, another person. Yeah, wheat is very, very rich in fiber. And I hope you know kotomre. Yeah, kotomre is very, very rich in fiber. Yes, yes, and you also need to reduce sugar intake. You also need to, these days when you go to Amelia, tell them you don't want the Hausa cocoa that you are buying. You don't want sugar at all. I mean, you can. Is there anyone here who can take porridge without sugar? Because that is what most of us do these days. We take our porridge without sugar. Is there anyone here who can also do that? But at least once in a while, you can take sugar to boost your glucose level. Now, let's look at the psychological resiliency aspect, which results from feeling in control of one's life rather than powerless to shape external events. This also results from feeling committed to and involved in what one is doing rather than alienated from one's work and then other individuals. Now, okay. Okay, so I think we've covered all that we are supposed to cover today. So during your private, we just read on the type A personality.
Not continue. They didn't let you salam. Okay, just we. Well, just let this is
Somebody's mic is on. Okay, so Okay, so Isaac, is it everyone here who took the electronic commerce course last year? Is Isaac Mensah here?
Yeah.
I think, yes, sir. Yes, sir. All of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Yes. So why is it that when you are writing exam and some people just answer one question and then they will just leave the rest, they will, and then the objectives to
So
you
are you an examiner?
hold on, and then the objectives to I'm talking in general term. So objectives to you will be answering questions, and then you lesson number one, you just leave it. Number two, you put maybe either A or B there. Then you jump to number 3, 4, 5. There's nothing. Then at least when if you don't know Krana, just put something there. Maybe your luck you might even get something out of it. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because
Yes, sir.
Yes.
But sir, last semester we were having problem of the system. Sometimes the network will go and they will give you only 2 attempts. I think that's the reason why most of the people even couldn't finish the objective.
but it's not online, it's in personal.
Yeah, they talk at end of semester.
I'm talking about end of semester examination.
The
So I
end
hope
of term
you are
was personal. It was face to face.
Okay.
Like something. Okay, so let's continue. Let me quickly touch on the type A, the type A personality. So a second important aspect of a psychological resistance relates to a personality pattern many individuals develop as they enter the competitive world of advanced education and management. Okay, so the quiz that you'll be writing is online.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, then you have to be fast, so your network and all those. Because if your
I
assessment,
hope you will give us a po.
no,
Oh, but you are a
the
good Samaritan, sir.
no, if
You
if
are a
your
good
network
you are a good Samaritan.
if your network is not good here, it will go against you. So on that day, make sure you get a good network, or even if you can get an internet cafe around you. These days, do they even do internet
You have,
cafes?
you have to go to campus and they'll log you in.
Oh, there's Wi-Fi on campus.
No. If you didn't go there, you can't write. You have to go so that they will give you code to scan before you can start. You have access to the quiz.
Whoa, there was the if if you have to go to campus, then it's the same as you sitting in the classroom and then answering the questions there.
It's just that they don't want to print again. That's the only thing.
It's the printing that they are
No,
avoiding.
no, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, if you take if you are in the house, you are likely to refer into the models and all that. So I'm sure they want to avoid cheating. That's
Oh,
why.
but something that they've given you 30 minutes. How will you even go through the model and find the answer for one? Then you go and look for another answer for two. It's not even possible.
Sir,
Yeah,
well,
you
some people,
even
trust me, some people are very good at that.
Students are students. So let them try us and they will see.
Some people are very good at that, sir. So they know. They know.
Okay, so let's look at some of the characteristics of the type A personality. So this type of personalities signs a person such as a clenched jaw, tight muscle, thick. This person to you see his personal commitment to be having rather than being. So and also there's an element of ignorance. This type of person to there's a strong need to be an expert on a subject. Otherwise, lack of involvement. So this type A people you see, like they are the types that they be like, oh, I know it, or if I'm not there, nobody can do this. If I'm not there, I'm the only one that can do this. Yes, those are the people that we refer as like A. They are experts in a particular subject or in a subject area. Compulsion to compete with other type A's rather than understanding and cooperating with them. A typical example of these people is professors. Yes. Then we have temporary stress reduction techniques. So, what are some of the things that you can do temporarily to reduce your stress level? One, muscle relaxation. So, who knows how the muscle relaxation is done? How can you relax your muscle? Yeah, so you can do that by stretching. Yes. So and can reduce your stress level a lot. And also you can take quick or a quick walk, yes, around your office. Then you just come back and see that one can also reduce your stress significantly. And another temporary stress reduction is deep breathing. When you are so stressed, you can just take a deep breath and then release, then you'll be okay. Then another one is imaginary or fantasy. So you'll be imagining things and then fantasizing. That one can also help reduce your stress. Then also another temporal measure is rehearsal. And we also have reframing. Reframing is also another another type. Then what are some of the behavioral guidelines? So the following are specific behavioral guidelines for improving one stress management skills. So if you want to improve your self-management skills, these are some of the things, behavioral changes that you need to go through or adapt to. So the first one is you need to use effective time management practice. You need to manage your time effectively. You also have to build collaborative relationships with individuals based on mutual trust, respect, and honesty. Then you also have to continuously work to improve your emotional intelligence. As for emotional intelligence, is something that we cannot take out of our day-to-day activities. So in whatever you do, try as much as possible and improve your emotional intelligence strategies or abilities. So this is how far we've come today. Thank you all for coming and your participation. But before we go, as usual, who can remember anything that he or she have learned or heard from today's class? I'm open to hear from you. Anybody can unmute the mic and talk. Okay, someone has raised a hand. Hey, first in history, Sandra wants to talk. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Sir, please, mine is different. I just want to know whether there is any platform for us to, as a class or what. Like, I just want to know that.
Yeah, there is. It's on the link. It's on the. You see the timetable where you have my name and then the link where you click to join the Zoom. No?
Okay.
So there's a WhatsApp channel there. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Charlotte, come in. Oh, is that all? You have a follow-up question?
Yeah, it's that all.
Okay,
That's what
okay.
I think.
All right. Okay, Charlotte, come in.
Please, I want the different kinds of emotions. The
What?
positive emotions. Hello, sir. So can you hear me?
Yes. Are you using an earpiece?
Yes, sir.
That's why we could barely hear you.
Okay, I'm coming with you.
Please, can you hear me clearly now?
Yeah. Loud and clear.
Okay. So I was saying that we have different kinds of emotions. We have the positive emotions and
the negative emotions. And some of the examples are of positive are joy, pride, and release. While the negative ones, we have anger, fear, anxiety, to mention a few.
That's good. That's good. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Any Isaac? Isaac, what do you remember?
So I remember workplace stress. We talk about poor management, heavy work, heavy workload, um, unlimited uh, growth opportunities. I think I remember that one.
That's good. That's good. All right. We've not close. We were 20 and already people are just living. What about Francisca? Do you remember? What do you? Okay. Benis.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Benis, no, let Benis go first.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Vanish, stop.
I've learned about the 6 P's.
Okay.
The 6 P's. The first one is principle.
Okay.
We have practice.
Okay.
We have punctuality.
Okay.
We have procrastination,
Mm-hmm.
prioritization,
Mm-hmm.
and then planning.
That's good. That's good. I like that.
Mm.
Benis.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, one thing I'm spectacle about is that surprised as an emotion.
Yeah.
So, the school I attended before, I was told that surprise is a universal emotion. It doesn't matter whether it's a negative
Negative,
emotion or positive
negative or
emotion.
positive emotion.
Yes, it depends on the context which it is
Mm,
used in. And today I've learned that surprise is a negative emotion in general.
it's positive.
Positive rather, sorry, positive.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm being spectacle about it.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So okay. Yes, it's
What I
true.
was told is
Yeah,
it's a universal emotion. It's neither positive or negative, but it
it's
depends on the
it's
context
neutral.
it's used in.
Yes,
Yes,
it's
neutral.
neutral.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. It's true. It's true. I mean, we learn every day, so I think this is something that we need to take note of. Yeah. I believe surprise is neutral because it's used in the context that, so it can be used either positive or negative. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So Bennett, we thank you for that correction and clarification. Yes, thank you. All right. Who else has something to contribute?
Adams.
And
Isaac,
before before
what you want to
before
share? You want to sell me to the class, huh?
and before Adam speaks, know that you are in level know that you are in level 400. Make sure all quizzes, all exams, all presentation you participate, because if you don't, your colleagues will graduate and then you will still be chasing lecturers. And let's say I've taught this self-management skills this semester. Next time I'm not the one going to teach this course. So if you come to me that, oh, you didn't participate in the quiz, or you didn't participate in the presentation, so you're when you call the assessment unit, they are saying that you need to get in touch with the lecturer to provide your scores. There's nothing I can do unless you join the next class. So please, my little advice for you guys is that you make sure you participate in everything that we are doing, so that at the end of the day you can have your scores and then graduate successfully. Sandra, come in.
Okay, sir, please, it seems I've been trying to join the WhatsApp group, but it said I should like wait for the admin approval before I
Yeah,
can
yes,
join.
yes. Someone will approve you. So
Okay,
once you
thank you.
click on the link, someone will approve you. It can be tomorrow or any time in the week, so don't worry. Yeah.
Okay,
Once
thank you.
you've sent your request, the administrator will admit you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Adams, you wanted to say something. We are waiting. Adams. Adam has built on us. Collins, we've not heard from you today. Collins, Nate, we've not heard from you today. Please, what have you heard in today's class?
Yeah, hello. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please, can you hear me? Hello.
Class, can you hear me? Okay. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Hafsa. Hafsa. Please, what have you heard today? What have you learned today? Yes.
I've learned that headache is a symptoms of stress.
Okay. That's good. That's really, really good. Yes. Is that all?
And excessive sleeping too.
Yes. Any
So I
other
I
one?
have a question to ask.
Okay.
So you were talking about we try not to miss our quiz or presentation so that we will get our scores because we are in level 400. So
Yes.
what if there's an emergency during that time if you can't make it?
Yeah.
What happens?
Yes. Yes. Hmm. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, that if there's an emergency, it means you would have to join the next class. Like, you see, next year there's going to be another level 400 and somebody will be teaching them self-management skills. Yeah, so you have to join that class and then participate throughout, write the quiz, and then do the presentations and then write the exams. That's if you miss all these things. You get it? Which I feel is too stressful or will be very, very stressful. Or
Yes.
So no matter the emergency, just make sure you participate in everything, and then but some emergencies they are not, there are some things, there are things that are beyond your control, like you being hospitalized, some you going to be to deliver, you going to, yeah, I mean, these are the few that I can think of. So, but in your case, what are some of the emergencies that can prevent you from um taking?
Maybe during delivery. I'm looking at the presentation time.
You be in liver by then.
Yes.
So during the presentation time, what we can do is we will let your group be the first to present within that week, because the presentation is 2 weeks, and I'm not sure you'll be at the hospital for the entire 2 weeks, or will you?
No, it's possible. Maybe I'll be done with the presentation, or maybe
Mm.
after delivery, then I'll come for the presentation. I'm not sure, so I'm kind of.
Yeah, so in any case, just let us know in time so that we'll see how best we can fit you in before or after, okay?
All right, sir.
Because you missing it is not negotiable at all. Yeah. All right. Okay. So I think we are done for today, and then I wish you all the best in your upcoming quiz. I expect you guys to score at least 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, it's possible. You guys are good students, so I expect you to do extremely well in the quiz. This is your last semester, so just make sure you finish hard, and then make yourself and then your family proud. Yeah. So I'll see you guys on the 28th. Okay. Is any concern contribution before we go? Okay. All right. So I'll see you guys. Okay. Bye bye. We are done for today.
The class is over, Brenda.